G'day ladies and gents. Today we're going to be doing another tractor walk around video. This time we're going to be looking at a 1980 684 International Harvester with a 2250 International Harvester easy on front end loader with the hay spear on it. We do have a bucket for it. The bucket's outside. As you can see, this tractor does have a cab. It has AC and heat. We don't use the heat, but it has heat. Been a pretty good tractor to us, in pretty good shape overall. It's about I think it's about 68 69 horsepower at the engine and about 62 at the PTO. Has a lot of power for its size. You can do all kind of stuff with this little tractor. You can pull a mower with it, cut hay. We have a hay cutter right there. It's a 9'2" coon hay cutter. It pulls it every time we cut hay. Rake, bale. You can run around baler with this tractor. Square baler. Bush hog with a 15-foot bush hog. Anything you need to do, it'll do. Move hay, load of work. Well balanced little tractor. It is pretty heavy. It weighs, I think the sticker in the cab says it weighs about 10,150 pounds. I don't know if that's with or without the loader or with or without water in the tires, but either way, pretty hefty little tractor. It's it'll put a pretty good load on a 3/4 ton truck. Sorry, I had to keep clearing my throat. I got a frog in my throat today. It'll put a pretty good load on a 3/4 ton truck. That's what I haul it with. It's got the 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated D239 wet sleeved International Harvester diesel engine in it. That's one side of it right there. This tractor has underslung exhaust. It does not have exhaust coming up out of the hood. Here's the other side of the engine right here. We have this little 7.5-inch camouflage light bar. Get over here where you can see it a little better. Come from Tractor Supply. The headlights in the front on this thing, they did work for a while, but they stopped working, and you know, we basically got tired of trying to fix them. So we just put that little light bar on there. Puts out a lot of light. It's real good for working at night in the field. It's not real good for going down the road. If you're driving down the road at night and there's a car coming, you got to turn it off so that you don't blind another driver. The flashers do work. Can't really see them too good. The flashers do work, and the rear work light works. As you can see, this tractor does have dual remotes. I apologize for having to clear my throat. I don't know why. That's about right. As soon as I decide I'm going to talk and try to make a video, my throat's going to be all full of stuff. Dual remotes. It has the hydraulic hoses for the front end loader plugged into it right now. If we want to use the hydraulic remotes, we either have to take the loader off or just unplug the hoses. 540 PTO. This tractor does not have dual PTO. Some of them did come with dual PTO, some of them didn't. This one here just 540. 20-gallon fuel tank. Back view of the cab. AC filter up here. Nice easy access for the AC filter. Easy to take out and clean it. Put it right back in. This one does not have row crop axles. It's just there. You can't adjust the rear axle width. You can adjust the front axle, but you can't adjust the rear axle width. It's probably about, I don't know, 30-inch centers, I guess. But yeah, you can't adjust that. You can't adjust it up here in the front, just not on the back. I guess I'll bring y'all up in the cab, let y'all see what the cab looks like. It is a little bit cluttered in the cab. Looks like we had some water or something get in here. I don't know. Let's get up in here and have a seat. Yeah, we did. I don't know how all this water got in here. I know my dad was in here the other day kind of cleaning stuff out with the water hose, but I don't know. Guess I had to take a rag and wipe all that off. This is our control station here. This is the throttle, speedometer chart. This tractor doesn't have a speedometer, it just has a speed chart. Fuel gauge, temperature gauge, tachometer. This is not the original tachometer that this tractor came from the factory with. We replaced it last summer. The old one quit working. This tachometer here really isn't the right style, but it's the one that we got from the dealer. We had to get a tachometer from the dealer. We tried to order one off the internet. The one we got didn't work, so we had to go to the Case IH dealer and get one. That was the one they gave us. It works, so we use it. 24 hours on the new tachometer. The old one was showing about 3,800, but I don't really think that tachometer is completely true, because I did time it with my watch one day and it ran a little fast. I rolled over about 40 minutes on my watch, and by the time I had rolled over 30 or 40 minutes, that tachometer had rolled over an hour. So probably not real accurate on the hours, but it's safe to say it's got probably somewhere between 3,500 and 4,000 hours on it. So really not a whole lot of hours for a tractor this size and for a tractor this age. These are where the AC vents are. We put this little deflector shield right here. That way when the air comes down, it blows towards the operator. It helps it stay cooler in here in the summertime. Got a rear view mirror up here. This is where some of our AC controls are. This switch here is disconnected. This switch right here is what controls the cold air. You can take it and turn it all the way this way. All the way this way turns off the compressor. You turn it on, just one click, turn the compressor on. And of course over here is all the way at cold. And we have our other controls up here. This is the control for the heater. This is for the fan. And then this is for the windshield wiper. Fire extinguisher right here. My spittoon, so I got something to spit in when I'm sitting in here chewing tobacco. Nothing really to see on this side. We got an ashtray here. This is the transmission down here. This is our range lever. Straight down is low, straight back is reverse, over and down is high. And then the speed transmission, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1's up here, 2, 3, and then 4 is all the way down at the bottom. Clutch, brakes. This is actually for ether injection right here, which we do not use. This your fuel stop lever right here. You push it all the way down to kill the tractor and pull it all the way up for the run position. And this one right here, as you can see, it also has a start position. You push it down here for cold starting, which works real good. It don't matter how long this thing's been sitting or how cold it is outside. You put it down there in that start position and give it a little bit of throttle, that baby's gonna start. You can bet your bottom dollar. You got this big hump right here. This is actually where your transmission is. It's right here in this tube, rather than, you know, like on the John Deere's where the transmission is actually under you. You're straddling it between your legs, so the heat from the transmission does make it a little bit miserable to run this thing in the summertime, because the heat keeps the floor hot. Your legs get hot, but it's not that bad. It's tolerable. More controls over here. These are the remotes right here. The front end loader to lift and lower is on this remote. Pull it this way to lift the loader, push it down to lower it, and then this is for your bucket cylinders. Pull it this way to tip back, push it this way to go this way with it to make it a tip, dump, whatever. 3-point hitch right here. We lost a little knob for it, so I just stuck a tennis ball on it. This is your drive control right here. This is your raise response. This is your PTO right here. PTO lever getting a little sticky. Sure is, ain't it? May have to address that one of these days. I don't really think there's anything else in this cab to talk about. So I guess we'll go ahead and step out. Take one more look in here, give you an idea what it looks like. This thing also does have a stereo in it. It's up there, but it doesn't work. It's just an AM stereo. It does turn on, but it doesn't play any music. But it doesn't matter anyway, because this cab on this thing is not really soundproof, so it would be too loud to hear the radio anyway, even if it did work. Close that door all the way. We did have to get a new clutch put in this tractor. We had it put in about 2 years ago. We got some new back tires on it, 16.9 by 30s. We had these put on not long after we had the clutch replaced. It's these Crop Max Farm Torque tires. Pretty good tires. They wear nice. This tractor does get driven down the road. As you can see, they're not real wore out just yet. Don't slip in the mud. They are some pretty good tires. I'm satisfied with them so far. Ain't had to put no air in them. They don't leak. 3-point hitch down here. We got a category 2 3-point hitch on this tractor. And our drawbar over here. Drawbar hole really doesn't have a whole lot of wear in it. It does have some, but it's not that bad. This tractor does do quite a bit of drawbar work. Yeah, really don't think there's anything else for me to say about this thing. I think I've pretty much covered everything. If anybody else has any questions, y'all just go ahead and ask in the comments, and I will answer it to the best of my ability, or I will make a separate video addressing any questions that anybody has. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.